What it is, everybody? This is B&B here, and I'm not sure how much time I have. My sister has her, like, family-wide, like, there's gonna be like 30 people here from a more extended family, but family-wide grad party because she's graduating from high school, and I gotta help my mother make a bunch of cookies and stuff like that, and they're good cookies, so I'm so excited to do that, actually. It's not a bad thing, but I don't know how much time I have for this commentary, so hopefully this will be a pretty good one so I don't have to redo this one. The first time I just kept messing up. You know, usually if I mess up a couple times, I don't really care too much, but a lot of times if I just keep, like, repeating myself and I'm just like, yeah, so then I like that, then I but at times then I like, I mean, if I keep doing stuff like that, I'm gonna redo the commentary. But basically, to talk about the gameplay first, this is a Nuketown gameplay. You'll see, you know, I kinda, it's a pretty ugly game with a decent result. You know, my aim is just terrible once again, but I do have a couple of moments where I get some really nice aim in there. I believe the final score is 62-15. Of course, on a Nuketown domination. And just to tell you guys, a lot of people think that I'm a really good player because I do post, like, the gameplays that I post, they're all, like, super good results. And that's just because I'm super inconsistent, guys. Like, I have some nights that my KD every single game is, like, 0.5. Like, I cannot even get above 1 some nights without camping or going try hard just in general. And then I have some nights when I pull out games like this, like, every other game. So, you know, I'm just such an inconsistent player, guys. So, trust me, I just play too much, and that's the only reason I pull out some of these scores. And I just have high standards for my gameplay, too. I want it to make sure that it's as good as possible. So, for a little bit here, actually, I'm going to say right now, before I forget, question and answer, I'm going to do another one of those. I've done one, but that was when I had a much smaller subscriber count, and since I have a bunch of new followers, I decided I might as well do another one, because it's actually pretty fun to do. I get some pretty interesting questions. So if you want to ask me some questions about, I don't know, Call of Duty, life, you know, whether it's a simple question or a deeper question, as long as it's nothing, like, too offensive to anyone, like, don't ask me, like, oh, how much money do you make a year? Or don't ask me, like, are you a Christian, or are you a Muslim, or a Jew? Or don't ask me stuff that could, like, offend everyday people. Just kind of, you know, I'm sure you guys understand that, but I know a couple of you, Cougar Eater, a couple of you guys would ask me some crappy questions like that. So I would prefer if you send them to me in a personal message with the subject being question and answer, but, you know, you can put them in the comment box. I probably just would have a better chance, like, of seeing it if I get a personal message, because I read all my comments, I read all the personal messages, but every once in a while I do miss a comment or two, so I figure I might as well just, you know, just to be secure, guys, just send it to me in a personal message. So now for a while, I'm going to talk about the assault rifles. I'm probably going to talk pretty dang deep about the Famas, because I'll just start off with that. The Famas was supposed to be patched. I don't know when it was supposed to be patched. I think just the next update that happens with Black Ops, the next time it says, please update the game, the game update has come out, whatever it says, you know, and you have to update it. I'm guessing that's when it's going to be done, or when it's, like, sent out. But I heard about it about a week ago or so, how it's like being done, and I thought, like, a couple of people thought it had already been done. Like, a couple of YouTubers were, like, posting videos with, like, a FAMAS gameplay, and they're like, oh yeah, I don't see much of a difference yet. You know, it's a little bit worse, and they're saying, like, oh yeah, it's a little worse, so I guess they did their job, but it hadn't even been changed yet. That's kind of funny. I know one guy that everyone loves to hate on, Jake Machinima, if you've heard of him. Everyone likes to hate on him, and he posted a gameplay of the FAMAS, and he's just like, oh my gosh, this is terrible now. And I'm like, dude, it hasn't been patched yet. But basically, hopefully that'll happen soon. If any of you guys know about that, maybe it just, my PS3 is weird. Maybe PlayStation Network is still kind of weird. Like, I thought it was patched on Xbox. Maybe it, like, has been on Xbox, just not on PS3. I don't know what's going on with it, guys. So if you could please clear me up on that, because I am dying to get that thing patched, because I hate the FAMAS. I mean, it is by far the best weapon in the game, and I don't want to use it. I don't want my player card to be so cliche. I mean, I think it was my last commentary. I'm pretty sure it was my last commentary. I mean, I talked about how the FAMAS, like, I don't want that to be #1 on my player card. And a couple people were like, hey, dude, just use what you want to use. I mean, if that's what you have fun using. But the thing is that when I'm using the FAMAS, I'm not really having too much fun. Really, it's just that I do good, and I guess when I do good, I kind of have fun, but in reality, it's just no challenge, and, like, at the time that you're playing, it may seem more fun, but in the long run, it won't be as fun. It's kind of like Modern Warfare 2, how you do bad, but you can still enjoy it. You know, Black Ops, you can't do bad and still enjoy it much, but you can still keep playing it, trying to do better. And like me, I have such a big drive to do stuff, so I don't know, maybe I'll just I can't dust that thing off. I can't use it. But basically, guys, hopefully it'll get patched because I don't want my player guard to be so cliche, and that's kind of the thought that keeps coming into my mind when I think, like, oh, should I pick up this Famas? But no, I mean, I want a different gun to come up to #1. It'll be a long time. My MP5K and my AUG are about, well, my MP5K is about 1,500 short. The AUG is about 1,600 short, so it'll be such a long time. But hopefully my player card won't remain like such a cliche player card. Now, M16. I'm just gonna give my brief talk about every assault rifle. M6. I'm gonna see if I can describe it in one word. Let's see. This might be kind of hard. Didn't really think I was gonna do this, but I think it'd be kind of cool. So, M16. What's a good one describing word for the M16? I'm gonna use a sentence. I will use a sentence. M16. One sentence to describe the M16. Unreliable. And the reason I say that is because it really has one strategy, and that's long range, and you can't do anything else with it. It's one of those things like when I use 3-round burst guns, just kind of in general, and also like one round, what am I thinking? Semi-automatic weapons, especially like assault rifles like the FAL and the M14, which I guess I'll just touch on those now too. FAL and M14, I like to use the master key on those because I cannot hip fire things close range because I'm a drop shotter, you know, I like to be secure from every range, and I cannot, like, repeat, cannot play with something like that, so I'd have to say it's unreliable. And I'm going to drop this thing, because I cannot do this. So anyway, let's see, the next one, Enfield. Enfield, I can do one word on this one, underrated. Enfield, by far, is, like, the most underrated gun in the game. It is actually a phenomenal weapon. Pretty low recoil, a quick reload. That was a pretty epic shot there. So, quick reload. Pretty dang strong. Its iron sights are okay, and some people just don't see how it's so good, but it's actually such a phenomenal weapon if you have not tried it. Then we already did the M14, blah blah blah, Famas, I've talked about that, blah 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 blah. Galil, I've talked about that in my last commentary. Galil is a boss, and it really just represents. And we are over here, so G11, awesome, Commando, awesome, yay for life.